Sunday's NFL Week 10 games for some ended with a huge sigh of relief, and for others, it ended in flatulence. The Texans, coming off their bye week, they were looking to start fresh after their loss to the Jets, but in order to do that, they had to find a way to beat the best team in football, that is the Detroit Lions. And boy, were they rolling. Up 23-7 at the half. Jared Goff is playing the worst game of his career. This could not be a better situation if you're the Houston Texans. And I can only imagine DeMeco Ryans to his team in the locker room. Hey man, keep your foot on the gas. Don't let up. We have one more half of action to go. Let's rock. The problem is the Texans left all their magic in the locker room. That second half, CJ Stroud and Jared Goff went out there and proceeded to have a mid-off exchange of punts and interceptions. It came down to which team's farts stunk the least. And in the thick of that, as nasty as it was, the Lions scored 19 unanswered points, including back-to-back field goals their final two possessions. Jake Bates to tie it up 23-all from 58 yards out, just barely squeezing the ball in on the left side of the right post, and then proceeded to do the exact mirror opposite for the walk-off field goal, 52 yards out, narrowly squeezing in the ball on the right side of the left post. As a Vikings fan, I was rooting for the Lions to lose this game in order to shrink that margin of the NFC North Division lead, but objectively speaking, that was great for primetime TV. Elsewhere around the league, a game that came down to the final play, Falcons Saints. Atlanta, they're down 17-20, 4th and 4. The clock is running, no timeouts remaining. You've got just enough time to maybe get a first down and the receiver gets out of bounds for one more play, but that's very dicey. Realistically speaking, you got to send that ish up for a Hail Mary. You've got one shot at this thing. And it's all up to Kirk Cousins. This is a 13-year veteran signed to a $180 million contract. He understands the gravity of this situation. This is exactly who you need in this moment of crisis. Ball snaps, Kirk Cousins, the leader that he is, doesn't even think twice. Throws a check down pass behind the line of scrimmage. The receiver gets tackled for a loss as time expires. Game over, Falcons lose. And I understand that Falcons fans are collectively pissed off at their new franchise quarterback, but I implore you, coming from a Vikings fan, please hear me now. It's only going to get worse. Now, I feel like I've seen this somewhere before. Huh? Where have I seen this? Oh, yes. 4th and 8 in the playoffs 2 years ago against the Giants. Season on the line. Instead of throwing the ball past the sticks to a guy like Justin Jefferson, trying to give yourselves a chance for the drive to continue and stay in this game and possibly advance, he throws a dump-off pass to TJ Hawkinson, well short of the sticks, tackled well before he has a chance to get to the line to gain. Season over with. Kirk Cousins as a quarterback, and I'm only talking about this guy as a quarterback. Kirk Cousins is a coward. Kirk Cousins is soft. And the thing is, he needs everything around him to be perfect. If he doesn't have a great defense, great protection from his offensive line, if his receivers aren't getting open, he is useless. And the bigger the stakes, he will always piss his pants. Think about this. Jaden Daniels, a rookie quarterback, not even a full season under his belt. Week 8 against the Chicago Bears. His team is down. He has enough time for one more play to make something happen. He understood the assignment. Hey, I have to throw a Hail Mary here to give my team a chance to win. That rookie quarterback has more heart, more courage, more stones than a 13-year veteran. And I'm sorry, Falcons fans, Kirk Cousins, he has all the talent in the world, but at his core, he's pathetic. And speaking of pathetic, Mike Zimmer's defense. The Cowboys, 26th ranked defense, second most points per game allowed, gave up 34 points last night to the Eagles in front of their home crowd. And what's funny is Before the season started, Mike Zimmer did a sit down with Mark Craig of the Minnesota Star Tribune where he blamed everybody else as to why he got fired as head coach of the Vikings. Not pointing out that he's a pompous ass, not pointing out his inability to adjust as the game was changing, not pointing out how he's terrible at player development, and most importantly, not pointing out that his defense, ever since the second half of the divisional round against New Orleans in 2017, his defense got worse by the year. And now we've seen that same crappy ass defense transfer over to the Cowboys organization. You were able to get away with it for 8 years in Minnesota because a smaller sports market combined with a very patient ownership group. So you never had that pressure to answer for your shortcomings. But now in Dallas, are you kidding me? Everybody's calling for your job. Not even a full season in. The fact is, you are one of the biggest frauds of a coach I've ever seen in my life. Right there with Marvin Lewis. Fake tough guy, defense is ass. Where's the lie?